Don't let age or doubt hold you back. Don't let it interfere with you. Just do it. Just do your yoga. Just do a little or a lot, whatever is right for you. Whatever it is you're doing, you're still doing it. So show up on your mats. Being there is 9/10 of the battle, that's for sure. What are we going to get out of it? Well, a lot of good things. You're going to really feel good. You totally will feel better, I promise you. Even if you just stick around for the little warm-up, or if you stick around for the entire hour of this Vinyasa flow practice, you will feel better in not only your body, but your heart and your mind as well. It works magic. It really, really does. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You do it your way. You do what's comfortable for you. You do what is right for your body, as the bottom of the screen says. You never want to hurt. If a pose hurts, it's your body telling you it's not meant for you. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage, or just think. Just breathe through it. Just try a little bit and listen to your body. Always listen to your body. This is a 1 hour long strength and balance practice. We do this every Tuesday and Saturday. Other days of the week, we practice live every single day on Facebook and YouTube, live from start to finish. Every day is different, and every day in your body's different too, isn't it? Listen to your body. But show up for the practices. Give yourself your time on your mat and just do what you can. Use props to help, maybe a chair, maybe being near a wall. You can do this practice seated in a chair if that feels right for you. Yoga blocks, a strap, your eye shade, and a little towel and water are what you're needing for today's practice. But you're going to do it your way. If you don't have any of those things, it's okay. Just use your body. Just be here. Word to think about as you practice today is the word discipline. It's one of the fruit of the spirit, self-discipline. Discipline. Sounds horrible. Oh gosh, I don't want discipline, but you got to have discipline. Discipline is the key to your happiness. Discipline is activity that improves something. Sticking with it, not quitting. Do what you got to do. Some days you don't want to do it, but just show up and do it. All right, let's do it. All right, let's come up to standing. As you make your way here, we do this every single day. In your head, lock in a stress number on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to whatever. What is your stress right now? Don't overthink it. Just pick a number, call it, and let's go. All right, so from your standing position, you got your props nearby. From your standing position, let's do, there we go. Let's do your extended mountain pose. So standing or seated in a chair, that's fine. Lift your arms up. Lift your arms up as high as you like. Little bend in your elbows is fine. Lift the arms up, fingers up to the sky. Spiral your pinkies in just a little bit towards your spine. Soften in your shoulders. Feel good, feel right here. Take a deep breath in. Find your breath. That sounds silly, but just stick with me here. Find your breath. Pay attention to your breath. Big breath in through your nose. Big exhale out your mouth. Really make a sound there. As you exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen up through your fingertips. Feel your chest expand. Feel your chest get nice and big. Exhale, soften through the shoulders. One more time, big inhale. And on this exhale, fold forward. Let your arms come down. Fold in half, hollow out your belly. Let it all go. Let the exhale empty the air out of your belly. Inhale, rise up. Rise on up, lengthen on up. Exhale, let it go. Breathe it out, audible, make it loud. Loud and proud. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale up. Exhale, soften in the shoulders, but keep your hands lifted. Now let your arms float down to your hips. Place your hands on your hips. Strike that pose of confidence. Hands are on your hips, maybe on a chair. That is fine too. Elbows back, chest lifted. And then come on up and find your foundation. You found your breath. Breathe through it, and now find your foundation. Coming up onto your toes. All right. Every day we talk about it, foundation, so important. Your feet, strengthen your ankles. Just having a strong foundation. Everything has to be built on a strong foundation if it's going to last, right? Breathe. Rise up on the toes, the balls of the feet, rise on up onto the heels and let your toes lift up. So rock back and forth on your feet, finding your foundation. And you think, oh, this may be silly. It's not silly. It is the foundational basic practice that brings you to your mat every day, that keeps you walking, that keeps you moving, working on your foundation, your feet. So important. All right, come on down. Nestle into your feet on your mat. Let's do a baby back bend. Hands to your low back like you're putting them in the pockets of your jeans, and push your hips forward. Push your hips forward, look up to the sky. Breathe in, breathe out. Now that baby back bend, bring yourself on up to a shoulders over your hips pose. Lift your arms up high to the sky, interlace your fingers, send your palms to the sky. Little palm tree pose, bend sideways here. Little bend in your elbows might feel really good. If you don't want to interlace your fingers overhead, just take nice long reaches to one side of your room, then the other. The objective here is to wake up your spine. Moving it sideways. We went forward, we went back. Now we're moving it side to side. Breathe. Doesn't matter how your pose looks. What matters is how it feels. You want to feel nice opening along your side body. It's all good, right? Let's finish up. Come back to shoulders over your hips. Tee out your arms, do some arm circles. They can be small circles, they can be big circles. Maybe you're really awakening your shoulders here, whatever works. Add in the knees. Maybe when the fingertips come down, the knees bend generously and then they straighten as your arms come up. Breathe. Still listen to your breath in through the nose. And audibly out through the mouth. Arm circles in the other direction. Maybe your circles aren't too big. That's okay. Maybe your bend is just a little bit. That's okay too. Make it work. Make the yoga work for you. Make the yoga meet you exactly where you are. Don't say I can't do it. Don't ever say I can't do that practice, because you can do them all. You can do every pose your way. All right, let's come on up to standing. Shoulders over your hips, shoulders back and down, palms in towards your hips. Big coat swing. Imagine you're a child with a coat on that's way too big and the arms are hanging down nice and long. Start to twist and just let those long arms of that coat hit your backside, hit your hip as you look over one shoulder and then the other. As you exhale deeply, twist it out. And your feet. Adjust your feet so you're comfortable, so you feel really grounded here. Shoulders are loose and arms are heavy. They're just twisting and tapping your backside because of the movement of your hips. Arms are loose. Keep them nice and loose. Let's finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Bring your hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Close your eyes, and this pose is called Samastitihi. This is where, we talked about the body and the mind and the heart. Wait, let's just get into the heart a little bit here. Take a deep breath in. Find your strength, your inner strength in your heart. Body strength is going to take care of itself in this practice. Take a deep breath in. And a deep sighing breath out. Come up with your little mantra, your little saying of what you want to remember throughout the practice. Maybe it's, you are enough. I am good. I have this. I can do it. Any one of those little sayings. But remember, you're enough. Your practice is just right. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. No criticism of you or your poses. Deep breath in, chest widens. Fill up. And exhale, soften up. Let it go, let it go. No criticism of you. You're perfect right where you are. Just praise for you on your mat. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out, and as you sigh it out, fold forward, hinge forward. Let your arms hang toward the earth. Let your chin tuck toward your chest. Shake your neck nice and loose. Wiggle your arms and even wiggle your knees. Be like a rag doll. Let's go into a rag doll pose. Fullest expression. Toe heel your feet so they're about hip width distance apart. That's 2 fist widths. You're down here if you want to measure. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Let your arms hang heavy. Let your crown of your head hang toward the earth. Create some space for your belly. Maybe work your feet even further apart. Totally fine. Breathe in. Spine gets long. Breathe out, let all the air go from your belly. Start to twist here like a rag doll. Bring one elbow back toward one knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. So just loosen up your low back. Maybe you take the twist a little deeper. Maybe your eyes are closed, so a little bit of a challenge to your balance. And you know what? If you don't like holding on to opposite elbows, let your fingers kind of spider walk to one side and then let them spider walk to the other side. That's fun to say, fun to do because it looks like little spiders. All right, so finish up in your ragdoll pose and make your way back to the midline of your body. Wiggle your toes, give them a slight little lift here. Breathe in. Let every care in the world go away. Let's come into child's pose. Bring your hands down to your mat. Bend your knees and come on down to your mat. Child's pose. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back to your heels. You can use a block here if you want. Place your forehead on the block. Arms down by your sides, palms up. No block is fine too. Maybe you bring your head down to your mat. This is a classic child's pose. We'll talk about it more in a second. Here's an option. Spread your knees wide. Big toes still touch. Hips back to your heels. Arms reach long to the top of the mat for an extended child's pose. Forehead can come down to a block or to the earth. In either variation, the emphasis here is on the spine lengthening and surrender. Just giving into your body, resting, relaxing, being at peace here on your mat. Take a deep breath in, and a big sighing breath out. As you breathe out, think of your tailbone going more to the bottom of your mat. I'm in an extended child's pose. I could have a little bend in my elbows or push harder into my mat, elongating the mat. Think of the mat being stretched out. Breathe in, sigh it out. This is a pose of rest. This pose, come back to it anytime you like. While it is a pose of rest, it's also a pose of lengthening in the spine, nice movement in the knees and the ankles, and just allowing the body to move organically, naturally, the way it's meant to move. Take a deep breath in. And this time, close your lips and take a deep breath out through your nose. That's Ujjayi Pranayama breath. It lets you build heat in your body and lets you focus inward. If you like it, stick with it. If not, breathe out your mouth any way you like. Just keep your breath nice and long and never shallow. If it's shallow, it means you're working too hard or it's just not right for you. Back out of the pose a little bit. Find length in your low back here. Stretch, lengthen. Come back to this pose anytime you like. I'm going to come out of it now. I'm going to bring my hands and elbows underneath my shoulders, bring my knees underneath my hips, tuck my toes towards my shins, press on up to a downward facing dog. In a down dog, here's what's happening. Your body looks like an inverted V. Your feet are hip width distance apart, and then your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Hands spread wide, fingers spread wide, heels slightly lifted. Start to pedal your heels, one toward the earth, then the other. Really rock up onto the ball of the foot. Now your neck. Let it go. Loosen it up. Gaze back towards your knees or up towards your belly button as your neck hangs heavy, allowing gravity to decompress your neck. All right, so pedal it out, walk the dog, we say. Still the dog, send your tailbone higher to the sky, put some effort into your arms, push hard into your arms, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or walk your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up to an extended mountain pose. In your extended mountain pose, lengthen up here, take a deep breath in. And exhale, hands to that prayer center position. Tell yourself something good and then fold forward. As you fold forward, let your fingers reach toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Spine is long, hands to your shins or your thighs or whatever it takes to make your back nice and flat like a tabletop. Squeeze your shoulders together, lengthen through your spine and your tailbone. Exhale, fold forward, walk your hands forward. Let's come into our first Chaturanga Dandasana. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is a modification. Here's what you can do. You can take it on your knees. You can hinge your weight forward more into your arms like you're gonna do a little push-up here. You can stay right here and then bend your elbows and lower your chest toward the earth. Then you can lift and press through your arms and lift your chest toward the front of the room. Legs are long now on your mat. Then you can press your feet into the mat, sending your knees wide, hips go back to that wide-legged child's pose, totally fine. The next go round, we'll do a full Chaturanga Dandasana. You do what works for you. Let's come back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out, breathe. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Arms sweep up as you inhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Hands through prayer center. Fold forward, fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Take the variation you like. Maybe you just go back to down dog. It's your call. For a Chaturanga Dandasana, you would hinge forward into a high plank. We practice these a lot throughout the week. Check us out. High plank. Bend your elbows, hug them close in, come to a low plank. As you inhale, flip the tops of your feet onto your mat, lift on up. You can be on your knees or not, chest shining forward, upward facing dog. Now down dog. As you exhale, tuck your feet, hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Let's do it one more time. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen here. Lengthen, reach through your fingers. Exhale. Fold in half, Samastitihi, through a forward fold, fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat, push into your hands, push into your legs. Exhale, fold forward again, take your Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm gonna go high plank, low plank, push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, toes tuck, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out, tailbone high. Breathe. Finish. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Let's do a sun salutation, B. Arms sweep up. Come on up. Extended mountain. Find your length. Find your breath. Remember, breathe in. Soften, breathe out. As you breathe out, bend your knees this time. Come into your chair pose. Knees are bent. Maybe you're literally sitting on a chair. You can do this pose on a chair. I'm going to sit back as if there were a teeny little chair behind me. Arms are a counterbalance. They reach forward. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let it go. One more big breath in. This time, exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember that. Hands to your shins, back is flat. Exhale. Plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana your way. Maybe on the knees, or maybe you go straight back to down dog. I'm gonna go high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Little pedal here. Now it's time to do a warrior pose. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the right foot between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. Back foot, plant it down. Front foot, have the front toes go forward. Have the toes go forward. All right, there we go. I'll come lower. All right, toes are forward. Knee over ankle. Both feet are solidly planted. Bring your hips over your legs, shoulders over your hips. Tee out your arms. Tee out your arms and just take a breath here. Just think about the pose. Warrior pose, very strong pose. Imagine squeezing the mat together with your strong legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. Maybe bend that front knee a little bit more, working the right thigh more parallel to the earth. Inhale, lengthen. This time, exhale as you turn to the right. Look over your right middle finger and reach long to the front of the room. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Open them up. So bottom arm is down the 6, top arm is at the 12, like a clock. Look up to the upper arm. And when you're ready, reverse warrior. Right arm comes up, left arm goes down. Take just the opposite. Look on up, up, up. Maybe reach toward the back of the room. Finish. Take a cartwheel of the arms to surround the right front foot. Foot goes back to meet the other foot. And now you're in a high plank. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Still your feet. Walk, left legs turn. Kick your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Rise on up. I'm gonna do the back side here. Feet planted, sink on in to that left leg. Wiggle your left toes more to the top of the mat. Work the left thigh parallel. Inhale, lengthen, arm tees out. Exhale, settle in. Squeeze the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Look to the left. Reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Look up. Push the inner left thigh open. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. Breathe, lengthen. Exhale. Cartwheel the arms. Surround the left foot. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Let's go high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. Whew. Let's finish. Let's run through that series again. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen. Exhale, chair. Bend your knees and reach. Sink your bottom back a little more. Lengthen, reach through the arms. Exhale, sit a little lower. Now hands to prayer center. Straighten the legs and forward fold, arms come down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Walk them forward, legs go back. Your variation of a Chaturanga Dandasana. You decide how you want to do it. We'll meet back in your downward facing dog. Shake your neck. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, foot comes through in between the two front hands, and you rise on up like a warrior. Feet planted, arms tee out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach to the right. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, and look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high, left arm low. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot meets left, high plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, and let's do the left side. So just breathe here. Down dog is a resting pose. It's all relative, right? Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up. Feet are planted. Warrior two, settle in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach to the left. Tick-tock, up and down. Look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm high. Maybe reach to the back of your room. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right. High plank. Low plank. Take it on your knees if you want. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. Whew, and you did it. Shake your neck. Hinge forward a little bit. Hover your knees above the earth. Arms are long and straight. Shoulders over your wrists. Hover the knees a little bit above the earth. And then come on down to your knees. Come on down, have a seat. All right, time to grab a drink. How are you doing? Strength. We got it going on, don't we? All right, we do planks. There you are. We do planks every day to help build strength in the body, to help you do these Chaturanga Dandasanas. You gotta have strength, you gotta have water. All right, let's go, shall we? All right, so for your core poses today, come down to your bottom. We do these often. You can use a strap if you want for any of these variations. You might want to use it for your boat today. It's up to you. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm not going to use any props. You don't have to use any props. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet meet. Knees are open wide. Maybe you stay right here. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Breathe in, soften up, breathe out. And I often say, take your time as you recline. Remember your mantra, I'm in control, right? I'm strong, I got this, no problem. I'm good enough as I am. Try to recline slowly. Try to recline slowly as you are in control, holding on to your strong core. Breathe. Let's come all the way down. And we're gonna do our little Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. So once you come all the way down, adjust your heels higher, lower, however you want, closer to your groin or farther away, whatever feels right for you. All right, knees open wide. Bend your elbows, put your fingertips slightly at your ears. Have your elbows open wide too. You can stay right here if you need a little break. As you're ready, I'm going to exhale and let my chin lift up toward the sky. Inhale down, exhale up. So little lifts, little lowers. You got it going on. Strong abs, you can do it. These are your little Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Maybe, let it go. Breathe out your mouth a few times. Just let it go. Keep your elbows open good and wide. Nice job. Those are your Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Let's do our bicycle pose. Come on down, shoulders down, lots of variations, you know that. Bring the soles of your feet onto your mat. Maybe you keep your feet planted here and you take little lifts out of the shoulders just like we did a moment ago and work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Maybe that little twisting action feels good today. Maybe you'd like to keep your shoulders down and lift your legs. Lift your legs up so your knees are over your hips and your shins are parallel to the sky. Draw your toes towards your shins. Be conscious of that good feeling of the tailbone plugged into the mat. And then pedal like a recumbent bike. Drive through your heels. Add it all together if you want. Keep pedaling. Hands could go lightly to the temples. Shoulders peel up. And you can work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Breathe. Maybe straighten your legs and scissor kick them. You do a variation maybe that you haven't done before. Just try it. And let's finish. Send your legs long, send your arms high overhead. Look as long as you can, be as long, like a big number 1. Stretch, palms are touching, fingers are reaching to the top of your mat, toes are pointing to the bottom of your mat. Stretch, stretch it out. Your body loves it. Let's do boat pose now. Bend your knees. If you want to use your strap and are familiar with that, go for it. I'm not going to use the strap today. Take my hands, place my hands behind my knees, low on my hamstrings, and I'm going to rock and roll up. Now the rocking and rolling part, you know your bones. If the doctor says you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, don't rock on your spine, or check with him or her and just, know if this is okay for you to do. All right, so rock and roll a few times. Come on up to seated. Shoulders back, lean on back like you're in a recliner. Lift your chest, that rounding of the back. Don't round your back. Think of somebody just pushing right in the center of your back, gently of course, and lifting up through the chest. Sit on back in your beach recliner. Lift one foot or the other, or maybe both. Maybe try to straighten the legs and hold on here. Next level if you want, maybe remove one hand then the other or both. Hold on, breathe. Maybe you're holding on to that strap which is under your feet and in your hands. Maybe lift on up, up, up to the sky, hold. Little bend in the knees, hands to prayer center, mantra time. Row your boat. Twist from side to side. Elbow goes toward the earth like you're rowing a boat. Row, row, row your boat. All right, let's finish here. Come to another balancing pose. Come up to seated, feet on the ground. Hug your shins in, bringing your heels up close to your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hug tight here in a little yogi ball. It's called Cosmic Egg. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Tuck your forehead, your nose toward your knees. Maybe the tucking is all you want to do today. Stay right here. See how tightly you can tuck it. And then maybe press on up to your toes. Lean on back a little bit. You've been here before. You've leaned on back like you're in a recliner. Lean on back and find your balance in this tight little ball. Circle your ankles in one direction and maybe the other. Wiggle your toes. Find your balance here. Low threat balancing pose. All right, let's finish. Feet come down, maybe crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward. Let's go into a downward facing dog. All right, so press into your hands. Legs are straight, heels are lifted. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Shake your neck. Tailbone higher to the sky. Push harder into the arms and breathe in your downward facing dog. Would you like to sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana your way? Let's do it, whatever way you like. High plank perhaps, to a low plank. Keep your elbows hugged in, push into the earth, come up onto the tops of your feet for your upward facing dog. Toes tuck, hips go high, downward facing dog. When you're ready, right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. So bring the right foot forward in between the two front hands. Now you're gonna stand up. Look at that right foot. Come on up, shoulders over your hips. Let's bend into both knees. Right knee over right ankle, left knee hovers above the earth, or bring it all the way down. Yesterday, we worked on a really strong lunge. You can hold it here if you like. You can lift your arms up to the sky. Here's a variation. Come down to your knee. Lift your arms up to the sky. Breathe. Soften in the shoulders. Let your arms reach to the back of the room as you take a little back bend. Bring your shoulders over your hips, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Prayer twist here. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Stack your hands, stack your elbows. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Look at your hands or up to your elbow or over your shoulder. If you're down on your knee, you can focus on deepening the twist. If you're up on your back knee, you gotta focus on balance, right? You got it. Let's slowly finish. Come back, hands to prayer center. Come down to that back knee if you're not already there. Bring your hands down to your mat. Let's come out of that lunge and let's go into a runner's lunge. Wiggle your right toes more forward to the top right corner of the mat. Hands are down on your mat, or you can have a block there under your hand. Send your left leg long. You can put a towel under your left knee if that feels better. Top of your left foot on your mat. And then this right foot, maybe you open it up, coming onto the pinky edge side of the foot. If you like that, enjoy it. If not, keep the sole of the foot down, but try to get it higher to the top corner of the mat maybe. Press into the earth and stay right here. The magic of the blocks, maybe you introduce those and bring your forearms down to the blocks. Maybe you release the blocks and come down to your elbows on your mat. Lengthen here in the runner's lunge. Now it's time to come out of it. Once you're in it, come out real quick in this practice. Press into your hands. Send your right foot back to meet your left. And let's come into a side plank. So, left knee can be your foundation. Left arm is long and straight, shoulder over wrist. You can be on your knee. Right leg can be long and straight on your mat. Right arm can go high. You can even lift the leg up. That's an option. Here's another option. Both legs are long and you can have them side by side, kind of like a tripod, and push into the earth, lift your hips, lift your right arm high to the sky. Or ankles glued together, lift through your right arm. One straight line, fingertips to fingertips, hips stay lifted, right hip on top of left, and then finish. Hand comes down, downward facing dog, time to pedal. Shake your neck. Now, you can sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana if you wish, or maybe drop to your knees and take that variation. You decide how you want it to be. We'll meet back in our down dog. Pedal, breathe, shake your neck. Left leg, kick it high to the sky. Let's do this side with this lunge sequence. Left foot comes forward in between your two front hands. Rise on up, shoulders over hips. Sink on down, a little or a lot. You decide. Arms, maybe you want to keep them on your hips. Maybe you lift them high to the sky. Maybe you take a baby back bend. Shoulders over hips, hands to prayer center, hold here. You can drop to that back knee if you want to. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist some more. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, twist, twist. Push into your hands and finish. Hands back to prayer center. Hands come down to your mat. Come down to that bottom back knee if you're not already there. Wiggle the left toes forward. Right leg long and straight, top of the right foot on the mat. Runner's lunge. Maybe this is right where you stay. Use your block for your hands. Maybe you wiggle the toes further up. Maybe you open up onto the pinky edge side. Maybe you drop down, forearms to the block, or to a half block, or to your mat. Lengthen. And exhale, let it go. Big stretch in the hips. Time to press into the straightened arms now. Lengthen. Exhale, send your left foot back to meet your right. And let's do a side plank here. So press into your straightened arm. Take the variation of your side plank that you liked today. What's working for you? Lift, breathe. There's your side plank. Let's finish it. Hands come down, come back to a down dog as you pedal it out. Sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana if you like, and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Remember, it's high plank to low plank. Press the earth away, up dog on the tops of your feet. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high, and you pedal. Breathe. Let's do some balancing poses. What do you think? Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Sweep your arms up, come on up to a standing position. All right, tree pose, Vrikasana. Use a wall, use your chair. It's all good. I'm gonna root into one foot. Open up the other knee to the side of the room. So come on up to the balls of the foot there. Place the heel of the bent leg side into the ankle. Hands to prayer center or hold on to a chair. Lengthen up and soften up. Big breath in, warrior chest. Big breath out, caregiver breath, just settling in. You have to have both. You can't always be on, warrior, warrior, warrior all the time. You've got to rest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Work the foot up if you want, a little higher or a lot higher. Just don't put it on the inside of your knee. Push the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Hands can be on your hips or on a chair, or you can grow your branches. Grow your branches, lift them up to the sky. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe challenge yourself by trying to close your eyes a little bit. There you go, nice tree. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant that foot on the earth, other side. Root into the opposite leg and open up the other opposite leg. Hands wherever you like. Foot wherever you like, but just not on the knee. Push the foot into the leg, and don't forget, push the leg back into the foot. Hands maybe on your hips or a chair, or you keep them at prayer center. And maybe to challenge yourself here, maybe you say, I'm gonna stay right here, and I'm just gonna close my eyes. Just close my eyes, that's hard. I'm gonna grow my branches, sway the branches, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, take a long blink, try to close your eyes a little bit, and then back to prayer center with the hands. Knee to the front of the room, foot meets foot on your mat. Eagle pose, Garandasana. Here's how you do that. You could sit in your chair. That's a fine starting point. Bending your knees is another starting point. Bend your knees and just kind of feel, rock a little bit, get comfortable here. Sink your bottom back a little bit more. Hands can stay at prayer center. Hands can go to opposite shoulders, or arms can reach long to the front of your room. Sit low, sweep your right arm under your left. Palms touch, squeeze your elbows down, look over your fingers. Right leg, lift it on up, cross it over and hug high in the upper inner thighs. Maybe take the top of the right foot and hook it behind your calf. Shoulders more over your hips. Try to stand up and look straight forward. Squeeze your elbows down, squeeze tightly everything you've got, and then release. Foot comes down, arms uncurl, legs straighten, arms go up to that extended mountain breath where you find your breath. Breathe in, soften up, let it go. Chair pose, and then back to your eagle pose, Garandasana. So bend your knees a little or a lot. Arms, however you're comfortable today. Lengthen and sit low. I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch, elbows down. Squeeze down, look over your fingertips. Right foot is now the foundation. Left leg lifts and crosses. Perhaps the top of the left foot comes to the calf, and you squeeze and hold down here in your eagle pose. Squeeze tighter, and then release. Left foot down, arms sweep up, back to your extended mountain. Lengthen, baby back bend. Arms go back up to the sky. Keep those arms there. We're going to do dancer pose now. All right, so start to sweep your right arm. Back, back, back to the back of the room. Left arm is reaching high to the sky. You're getting into the shoulders here. Maybe this is where you stay. It's a good dancer. You need all kinds of dancers in your show, right? Lengthen up. Keep circling. Root into your left leg. Weight starts to come out of the right leg. Reach the right hand around. Capture inside the right foot. All 5 fingers inside the right foot. All right, lengthen up, stretch, reach, and then start to kick into your back hand. As you kick into your back hand, let your left arm come forward. Keep the knee, reach through the left arm, and ready, kick to the back of the room, kick up, hold on, there's your dancer. Come back to standing, right foot comes down, right arm goes up, start to do the left side. Left arm, sweep it back, nice big circles, and reach through the right, don't forget that. Root into your right foot, reach around, capture the inside of your left foot. Bring your knees together at the midline. Lengthen up and then kick. Kick and focus forward. Right arm is a counterbalance. Kick to the back wall, kick up, reach, reach, and finish. Right foot comes down, hands come to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. That was your dancer pose. Nice job. Another pose for balancing, humble warrior. This is a big one. All right, let's go back to those bent knees. Remember, that's called a chair pose, like you're ready to go back into a chair. You can put your hands on your hips, totally fine place to be. Lift the right leg up and cross it over, creating a figure 4 in your legs. Sink a little bit lower and just feel the good stretch in your backside. Maybe this is where you want to stay. Here's where the humble part comes in. Hands to prayer center. Sink a little lower, find your balance. And don't worry if you have a chair there, totally fine. Maybe sink a little bit lower, and that's where your focus wants to be, putting a little more of a bend in that left knee. Maybe you take your hands and challenge your balance. Float your arms to the back. Interlace your fingers. Send your interlaced fingers up the back wall as your gaze goes down towards your left toes, towards your left knee, towards your belly button. Arms lift high, hold. Let's come out of it. Float the hands back to prayer center. Bring the right foot down to meet the left. Stay in your chair, nice and low. Stay here and take it to the other side. Root into your right foot. Lift the other leg outside of that ankle. Comes up and rests on the leg. Sink a little bit lower. Hold on here. You got that figure 4 appearance in your legs. Hold here. Hands can stay at prayer center. Or you float your hands on back to your low back, interlace them. Let the interlaced fingers go up the back wall. Let your gaze go down towards your toes, your knee, your belly button. Release the hands back to prayer center. Release the left foot to meet the right. Slowly come on up to standing, rise on up. Let your arms go high to the sky. Lengthen up. Big breath in. Soften up in the shoulders. Take a baby back bend. And then bring your hands to prayer center. Let's come down to our mats. Fold forward here. Let your arms reach toward the earth. Little bend in your knees feels good. Let's get into the hips a little bit more. Walk your hands forward. Come to your down dog. In your down dog, pedal it out. Shake your neck. Right leg, kick it high to the sky. Half pigeon time. Bring your right knee as you exhale behind your right wrist. Left leg goes long and straight on your mat. Work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. If you have a block nearby, you can slip it under your right glutes. Maybe slip down to your forearms. Maybe send your elbows to the side of the room and let your hands stack and rest your head here. Soften in your shoulders as you exhale. And on your next exhale, send the breath to your hips. On Thursdays and on Sundays, we do a restorative practice, and in that practice, we'll hold this pose longer. Not a real pleasant pose coming into, but after you've been here for a while, ooh, does it feel good. Let's come out of it now. Press into your hands, straighten your arms, remove the block. Bring it to the other side of your mat. Tuck your back left toes under. Send your right leg back high to the sky for a 3-legged down dog. Shake out the right leg. Plant the foot. Both feet are on your mat. Pedal a bit. Other side, left leg kicks high. This time, let the left knee come behind the left wrist. Send the right leg long. Top of the right foot on your mat. Right hand captures your left foot and works your shin a little more forward. All right, settle into your hips here. You can see how the hip might want to collapse to the left side, to the bent knee side. You can stop that by putting that block under there. Keeps your hips parallel to the earth. Slip on down to your forearms or elbows wide. Rest your head on your hands. Breathe in. Soften the shoulders on the breath out. On your next exhale, soften in the hips. Just send all your breath there and relax. Time to come out of the pose now. Press into your hands. Remove your block. That was your half pigeon pose. Tuck your back right toes under. Send your left leg back to meet the right. Shake it out in a three-legged down dog. Come back to a four-legged down dog. Give it a pedal. Shake the knees, shake the neck. Push hard into the hands. Plank time. Hinge forward into a high plank, but we're not going to stay here long. You're just going to hold it for a second. Bend your elbows lower all the way down to your belly. Once down onto your belly, let's do cobra pose. Keep your hands right where they are underneath your collarbones. Zip your legs up. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Elbows hugged in. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out, let it go. On your next inhale, lift through the shoulders. Keep the tops of your feet pressed into your mat as best you can. Feel the compression of your low back. Maybe lift a little higher, little to no weight in your hands. You decide. There's your cobra pose. Bring it on down. Arms by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chin back to the center of your mat. Bend your knees. Capture the outsides of your ankles. Draw your knees back together at the midline of your body. Hug your heels tightly to your bottom. Start to kick into your hands. As you kick in, your thighs lift, your chest lifts. Just kick a little bit of a floor bow pose. Come on down. Legs come down, arms go down. Turn your head the other way. Right cheek on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your head back to the center. Hands underneath your collarbones. Press on up through seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Come on up to standing on your knees. Take a camel pose. Place the block between your ankles. I'm going to place it at the high height. Place your hands behind your low back as if they're going into pockets of jeans. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Look up, up, up to the sky. Look up even higher. Maybe you take it even further back. Maybe you reach for the block, or maybe you reach for your heels. Breathe. Come on back up, shoulders over your hips. Let's take this block away and let's come down to your bottom. All right, send your legs long, toes up toward the sky, lengthen up through your fingertips and hinge forward. Reach for your calves, your shins, your toes, whatever you can reach. Just take a nice big fold here. Maybe hug the elbows in, nose toward your knees. Rise on up, shoulders over your hips. Let's take a supine twist. All right, so bring your eye shade and your towel up near your shoulders. And when you're ready, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come on back down. Legs long or bend, you decide whatever feels better. Come all the way down, and we're gonna do our supine twist. Once you're down here, send your left leg long. Draw your left toes towards your shin, bend your right knee, hug it in. Use a towel or use your interlaced fingers under the right knee. Circle the ankle, hug it the knee in even more, pull it in good and strong. Here's the supine twist part. Left hand is holding onto the right knee. Let the knee cross over the midline of the body as you roll onto your left hip. Tee out your right arm and look to the right. Nice big twist. Finish. Hip comes back down, hug the knee in one more time, send it long. Other legs turn. So bend your left knee, right toes are drawn toward your right shin so that calf is down. Hug the left knee in, circle the ankle this way and that. Right hand now helps the left knee cross the midline of the body when you roll onto the right hip. Hold the knee down, look to the left as you keep that left shoulder down. Breathe in, breathe out. Hip comes down, hug the knee in, maybe circle the ankle again, send the left leg long to meet the right. Now bend both knees, draw them up. Draw them up towards your chest. Left hand under left knee, right hand under right knee, rock a little bit on your low back. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. You're doing it right now. Let's take it to another layer if you want. Capture the insides of your calves, capture the insides of your ankles, or capture the insides of your heels. Draw your toes towards your shins for that tight fit. Then send one leg straight, then the other leg straight. So one leg's bent and one leg straightens. Breathe through your happy baby pose. As you're ready, let's finish up here. Send both legs up high to the sky, arms down by your sides. Slowly start to lower your legs down. Feel your tailbone, the base of your spine on your mat. Lower, 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 nice and slow as you come into your final Shavasana pose. All right, heels are down. Spread your legs a little bit. Tuck your shoulder blades under your heart. Let your heart lift up to the sky. Arms down by your sides. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your little towel for your final Shavasana pose. Pinky toes fall towards the earth. Just breathe any way you like. Softness in your face, in between the eyebrows. Limbs are heavy. Let it go. Even remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Softness in your shoulders and in your breath. If you have your remote control nearby, it's a good time to pause the video so you can enjoy your final Shavasana longer. And when you're ready to resume the practice, to come to closing, just hit play again. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Then add the movement to the wrists and the ankles. Move them around, circle them out. Just be aware of what you're feeling. On an inhale, reach high up overhead and take a big good morning stretch as if it were the first stretch of your day. As you exhale, bend your elbows and bend your knees and roll onto one side or the other, coming into a fetal position. Your low arms bicep becomes a pillow for your head and you soften in the top shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you're ready, slowly float on up with or without your hands, but just be aware of what you're doing. Eyes can be opened or closed. Come to a comfortable seated position. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through your spine and the crown of your head. Exhale, soften up, and just rely on that firm foundation beneath you to support you. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. No rush, no hurry to just reintegrate back into the world, but you're better equipped now. Blink your eyes open. You did it. Congratulations. What was the stress number that you had in the beginning, and what is it now? You feel a lot better in your body, in your heart, and in your head, and that's what it's all about. You did it. Hooray, good on you. You did enough, just the way you did it. You have enough, whatever you've got, and you are enough. Relax and enjoy your day. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Hello to Omar, Stanley, Tammy, Diane, Betty, Lisa, Kelly, Rena, Tina, Connell. Good to see you guys. I'm glad that you were here. And Marietta, I know you'll practice later because you're such a faithful yogi. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Woo, that was a good shake. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.